Hey guys, this is your host Eric. Today we are going to watch horror genre movie called School Live. Spoilers ahead, turn on your subtitle, I greatly appreciate your support. Enjoy the video. The movie starts with a scene of a bunch of students walking home from school. Then, the main character, Permy, runs on the playground in another scene. Carmi goes to a private school called Mega Aka, where she has a crush on one of the hotties. She is good at track and field, but she trips over when she sees her crush. Because of what happened, Senpai Koi. Kami goes to the clinic to see Ms. Maum Sakura, a teacher who also works as a part-time nurse, about her bruises. Carmi goes to the clinic all the time. Soma Gumi and Yuki, another student who gets sick a lot, have already become people she can talk to about anything. In the next scene, Permy meets SEPA, which makes her so excited that she falls off her bike. As a result, they end up going back home together. On the way, they talk about their school degrees and other things. It makes Kami very happy to be able to talk to her crush. When she gets to school the next day, she goes to Ms. Mommy and tells her everything that happened with Sei. Yuki is also there, listening to Kami's talk with MS. Mommy, Yuki jokes with Kami and suggests that she confess her love to Sendai. He also makes fun of her situation. Then, Ms. Mommy tells Kami to be brave and sends her a. She decides to leave them when she gets a call from Yuri, who is the leader of the horticultural club. Ms. Mommy then asks Kami and Yuki to join the horticultural club because they seemed interested in what was going on the rooftop. Then Yuri, Yuki, and Mommy start getting along with each other and spending time together. As members of the school living, they cook and eat with Miss MCG. Yuki wants onions, so they decide to pick them from their rooftop garden. Yuki picks up some onions and takes them back to her classroom to show her friends later. It turns out that Yuki's classmates are just things she made up. In fact, no one is in the classroom and it looks like a disaster. Blood marks are all over the curtains. The window panes are all broken, and so are the desks and chairs. Then we see the students, who have become zombies and are walking around the school. Now, the three girls and Ms. Mamie have to keep the zombies away from their rooftop base. They start living on the roof, where there is food and things they can use. They start to run out of after a few days. So, Yuri and Carmi are forced to go down to the kitchen to get food. To fight back against the zombies, they carry ping pong balls, a spade, and a wooden bat. They meet a few zombies on the way down to the kitchen. They use the sounds the ping pong balls make to keep the zombies away so they can get through. Even though they tried, they came with some zombies, and when Yuri saw them, he said no. At first, one of the zombies attacked Carmi. Yuri looks at all of this, but he doesn't want to save Car. She also doesn't know anything about how a zombie stands. Kami fights back for herself and then saves Yuri, who is being pulled by the zombie. They find a way into the kitchen, where they get their supplies and find a girl hiding in a cabinet. Mickey is the name of the girl, and she is now being taken to their school's living club. When they get to the roof, Yuki checks Mickey's body parts to see if the zombies have infected her. After they decide she is not infected, they meet Mickey. In the end, they plan to have, and Yuri is happy to see spaghetti on the menu. Even though the situation is strange, Mickey is surprised to see Yuki smiling and happy. Then, other people tell her that Yuki has kind of broken down because of what's going on and is living in her own world for a while where there are no zombies. On the top floor, they get used to living this way. One day, Mickey gets a bag and starts taking things from the teachers that are useful. Carmi catches her in the act while she is getting all of this. She tells Mickey that the whole school complex is full of zombies and that she won't be able to get out of there alone. But Mickey doesn't want her to help and says that they can't wait for someone else to save them. She tells them that they need to act right away before they run out of supplies and food. Then, Kami tries to persuade Mickey that they need to work together to get through the night. Mickey, Kami, and Yuri are talking about the act, and Yuki can be seen sitting outside and listening to them. Mickey doesn't understand why everyone is so cheerful and happy, given what's going on. Yuri then tells her what happened, which is why they had to stay in the school line. The scene changes to the day when the event took place. From the top of the building, Yuri, Yuki, and Mommy, who everyone calls Megane, are looking down. When they hear noise on the ground, they see students running into each other and biting each other. Seeing all this, Kansi tells Kami to run, but Kami is so shocked by the situation that she stays where she is to save Car. Fry runs as fast as he can to get to her and pulls her up the stairs. In the process, they meet other students who seem to have turned into zombies that eat everything in sight. Even though the brave Cry covers Kami with his arms, a zombie still bites him. Fry is pulled up to the roof by Carmi, and Magi, Yuki, and Yuri finally close the door. Later, Yuki sees the bite mark on Koi, and she tells Carmi to stay away from him because he has already been bitten by a zombie, which means he is also infected. Koi tells Karam to stay away from him before he turns completely into a zombie. He also says that Carmi is his favorite. He turns into a zombie after a while, and a sad Carmi hits him with a. Later, in order to make the students happy, Mamie starts a group called the School Living Club. Yuki is always with Mamie in the present, while the other girls have to hunt and patrol for zombies. They manage to stay alive, though, and things are going pretty well up on the rooftop. Mickey doesn't like how things are going, and she secretly wants the zombies to attack. She also wants to know if other people have also made it out alive or not. Mickey decides to leave school by herself the next day to start making her plans happen. She plays music on the school's sound system to distract the zombies from the gates while she runs away from the school. Yuki sees her and follows her while asking her not to leave, but Mickey doesn't listen and keeps looking for the car whose key she found in the teacher's room. Kami and Yuri run to the room where the music is being played and turn it off. Mickey and Yuki are in trouble when all of a sudden the zombies start to pay attention to them. Later, Kami and Yuri find out about what's going on, and they act right away to help. Kami saves them and tells them to hurry to the front door. With the help of Sports Day music, they are finally able to get the zombies' attention away from Mickey and Yu and save them. Mickey feels bad about what she did later, but Yuki cheers her up. Because of this, the girls' friendship grows even stronger. Mickey too begins to work with the other people in the group. The next day, Kami and Mickey have to get more supplies from the school warehouse. They run into more zombies, and they all work together to fight back. Like a team, they are able to kill them all and clear a path to the west. They are surprised to find that the warehouse is still full of canned foods and almost everything else a school would need to take care of its students. When Kami is moving the supplies, she has a flashback to when Koi helped her get rid of a zombie and then got bit by it. This makes Kami sad, and it takes her mind off the fact that she is being hurt. Yuri saves her from the zombie just as it is about to bite her. Then, they take the food and use it to build a bigger wall to keep the zombies away. In this way, they can keep living. They have fun playing together and helping each other out when they need it. Time goes by, and it's now autumn. They decide to have a festival in the fall like they used to. Everyone starts getting ready for it. The decorations are a surprise from a gummy, which they keep hidden while they celebrate and spend time together, talking about their hopes and dreams. The loud noise of the fire alarm stops them from celebrating. They all come out of the room and try to figure out what's going on. When they look into it, they find that the zombies have gotten into the building because one of them is playing with it starts a fire at the school. When they try to get out of the building, the zombies chase them and separate them. When zombies get in their way, Kami tells the others to run and tries to hold the zombies down. During this time, Yuki and Mimi go for a run, even as Yuri and Mickey fight zombies. At this point, there are zombies everywhere, and many of them are on fire. Kami, on the other hand, is surrounded and on top of the pedestal. She is surrounded by zombies, and she knows that there is nothing she can do. Then, all of a sudden, the Sentai appears next to her and tells her that he likes her because she never gives up and keeps going no matter what. This makes Kami feel strong, and she realizes she is a good athlete and can easily run and jump over the zombies. So, Permi gets the courage she needs to fight zombies. She jumps out of the place where the zombies are surrounding her and fights them. She kills every zombie that gets in her way and moves quickly through them. After that, she goes to where Yuri and Mickey are. Just when she thinks her friends are gone, she finds out that things have gotten a lot worse. Sounds are coming from around the corner. She sees that Yuri and Mickey are still fighting with all their strength and courage to keep from getting bitten by the zombies. Kami helps them fight the zombies that are trying to attack Yuri and Mickey. They finally get rid of all the zombies after a long fight. So, Kami, Nikki, and Yuri are able to make it through the zombie attack. But when they find out that Yuki is missing, they are shocked. On the other hand, nothing at all is said about Mamie. Later, they find Yuki, and the story gets even more interesting when it turns out that the healthy Mamie was just Yuki's imagination the whole time. When Mamie got bit in the clinic, she was already a zombie because she had turned into one a long time before. Yuki thought about Mamie by herself the whole time. Later, the girls see that Mamie has turned into a zombie and is coming toward them. Kami throws the shovel at Meiji and helps her get out of this mess. After this happens, Yuki leaves her own world where there are no zombies and finds that things have gotten a lot worse. She also finds out that Ms. Mamie has already become a zombie and is no longer alive. When she sees this in Korean, it makes her sad and angry. In the next scene, her other friends try to comfort her. All four of the girls know that the zombies have taken over the school, broken the water system, the electricity, and the food supply. They also decide that staying in school is no longer an option and leave before leaving. After that, they want to plan the graduation ceremony on their own. Yuri, Mickey, and Kami got together in a classroom to celebrate their graduation by giving each other certificates and congratulating each other. They think back on all the problems they had to deal with and are happy that they have made it this far because they stuck together, worked hard, and were determined. Finally, they sing a goodbye song together and then leave school in a car. Before leaving school, they pack all their things. Peru also thinks about how her net broke and says goodbye with a heavy heart as she drives. They run into more zombies, and it looks like the zombies have destroyed the whole city. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell because it is really important for us. Thank you.